welcome you guys to the Cup Series for tonight's race. It is the final race of the first round in the playoffs. And yeah, up in the booth tonight will be yours truly, Code Red Dew, and joining along beside me, one of my best friends in the world, Mr. Dalator. Dalator, are you ready for some high drama that we saw in the Xfinity Series?
Well, I mean, I'm not sure if we're going to have the same amount of contention throughout the field that we did in the Xfinity Series. We had a couple incidents on track, but hey, it's a cutoff race, and this is a cutoff race as well. So we're going to see a pretty contested race today. Watkins Glen, I think, is the road course that we should be able to see that at. It proved that it was a good cutoff race for the Xfinity Series. I think we're going to see the same thing with Cup.
Oh, without a doubt. And yet, let's go ahead and bring up some of the storylines going into the race. Do want to point out that Always Joker had a dominant race. And I don't care what you say, it was a dominant race from Always Joker to get that win at Iowa. And yet now he's moved on. And yet, go ahead and bring you guys a little bit of announcement. But yet, it is the Heredia God is also advancing as well. So, it's 3 drivers that are in, but yeah, who's going to be filling up the remainder spots? We're about to find out, because let's go ahead and go to our Cup standings here, ladies and gentlemen. And let's see here. So yeah, as I mentioned, it is the 3 drivers, Ubi, Joker, and of course the Heredia God. But yet, the drivers that need to be able to have to have either a good race or potentially get a chance to win is I'm Captain Jack, B. Brody, Drunkfest 117, Nobes, and O. Dillon, and then below the cutoff line, it is Tiger NASCAR going 24 points below the cutoff line, then LTX Resistance, and A. Trout. A. Trout is the last driver that needs to get himself a win into the playoffs. So yeah, Dalator, I'm going to ask you this. What are your thoughts as to what we're seeing from our Cup Series driver and the standings right now?
So there's a pretty clear cut, I think, group that's going to make the round of 8. Tiger, I unfortunately think is not racing tonight. I don't know about Resistance or Trout either. I haven't looked at the attendance. So what you see here in green and already advanced, I think, is going to be solidified by the end of this race. Even if someone like Tiger, Resistance, or Trout was racing, you'd have to go out there and win. And with Heredia in the field and Joker in the field, your chances are very, very slim of pulling off a win, especially at a road course. So I think based off of what we're seeing as far as the playoff graphic right there, I think we have our field of 8.
Yeah, I definitely do agree, and yet I do want to point out to those that are going to be racing. One of the 3 will be racing. That is A. Trout. I don't see Tiger NASCAR, and I don't see Resistance. So if that's the case, then yet they could potentially get eliminated in the first round. But yet we still have our first round race. But yet, as you mentioned, it is the Heredia God who said it in a post-race interview last Thursday night after a great run at Iowa that he was going to win this race. What are your thoughts on the Heredia God's chances to win at a track like Watkins Glen?
Babe Ruth once called his shot to center field. I think that Heredia is just about on the same page when it comes to road courses and saying he's going to win. If he says he's going to win, put money on it.
Couldn't agree with you more. And yet, there's still a lot of drama, but yet the reason why I mentioned drama is because in the Xfinity Series with myself, Dalator, and B. Brody that joined us, that was a huge dramatic race, especially if you're an Eric Jones fan, which the question is, who could be the next Eric Jones fan, but yet potentially get a chance to win tonight? In your favor, who do you think you see the best to win besides the Heredia God, Dalator?
Well, running with Brody before at road courses, he is really fast. Aside from that, I'm not sure if this is part of Ubi's bread and butter. Joker clearly is, 1B, Heredia being 1A. Nobes is also pretty decent. I think Dillon's decent. So the cream rises to the top, and you're going to see exactly why these guys are in the playoffs. Outside of the playoffs, though, I'm not 100% sure who's really going to show up. It's going to be between Fire Slayer, Sad Sack, and Mike G. And Mike G has been consistent when he does race. So be interesting to see which one of those three can possibly squeak out a top five, if not catch a lucky break even further up.
And if you're Dylan's situation, you gotta be thankful that Resistance nor Tiger NASCAR is racing tonight. That'll be a huge relief on Dylan, aka your teammate. So you gotta think all that pressure should be off your shoulders by the time we go racing. Well, there's still a lot of drama going on to the chat, but yet now it's regarding some situation. But yeah, we'll get to that later on. But um, from what we saw in the race, do you think that any of the tension, any of the anxiety will probably get through the driver's mind, knowing that this is the final race of the first round of the Cup Series?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
I'll say, with all the tension building up in the first round, what do you think is going to go through a driver's mind, knowing that this is the last race of the first round?
Just set yourself up for the second round, really. Um, you know what you have to come in here and do. Just collect some points and get yourself ready to move forward past Watkins Glen to Homestead, and really hit your stride there, because once you get past the first round, it gets harder. So if you can overcome the challenge to advance, then it becomes a little bit easier. Even though there's a little bit more pressure, it becomes a little bit easier because the drivers will understand what they need to do to advance even further.
Yeah, definitely couldn't agree with you more. So yet, as we're looking out, I believe qualifying is now over. Um, who do you think is going to win tonight? Who do you think's got the best chance to race and get that win tonight?
I mean, you'd be a fool not to pick either Joker or Heredia. So flipping a coin, heads, I go Heredia.
I definitely couldn't agree with you more. I'm going to go with Heredia God as well. Def- so yet, as we're still waiting for us to get the green light for us to go racing, I do want to remind you guys that this coming Wednesday is our Truck Series, and they'll be having their final race of the first round, and should be looking forward to that. Then come Thursday, it'll be Homestead. We're allowed to join. All right, here we go. Let's see how this goes. Final race of the first round, and we're gonna end it off with a bang because we're going to Watkins Glen. And they already completed the first lap, so yeah, we might come in at the second lap of the race. Let's go ahead and get up there. I'm looking forward to seeing how quick Heredia God will be. The last time we got a chance to see him around the road course, I believe it was Mid Ohio, but yeah, he got a chance to finish the top 10. So could this be a bigger picture? And as I mentioned, there you see the two that are battling for the lead, and yet it is always Joker and the Heredia God, followed by Ubi, and yet there's B. Brody himself in that McDonald's machine. Oh, Brody lost it off there. And look who's in the top five, the man that he knows he needs to get a chance to get himself a win, and that is A. Trout, the man who made it to the Final Four last season, but he's currently on the verge of being eliminated in this season.
Oh, so Trout is running. That's good to see him running. And he is in fourth. I mean, he has started a lot of these races up front. So, again, I think it is going to be a tall task to beat the two guys that are 1 and 2 right now. But he's sitting there, and he can study what they're doing to learn what he can and cannot do. As it looks like I thought he was going to go to the outside of Riley there for third.
Let's go ahead and keep an eye on the battle right now. And yeah, look at this battle between Captain Jack. Oh, someone's in the grass, and that is Drunk Fast. And you gotta be thinking through his mind, he could not have a bad race right now. See it? rounding out the top 5 is Captain Jack, but here comes Brody in that McDonald's machine, followed by Fire Slayer, and I believe right behind Fire is the 38 is third Sad Sack. Let's go ahead and get back.
Yeah, it looks like Fire Slayer in 6th. Oh, he's going to drive it in on his own CGR teammate. I think he gave him a little bit of a break there.
Oh yeah, without doubt, he knows the situation that Brody's in. So yeah, I wouldn't want to get involved, ruining your teammate's race. So I know that now we can actually confirm that Tiger NASCAR will be eliminated in the first round. Always good to see Nobes running that Tony Stewart throwback scheme. Always good to see it.
Yeah, he's coming into it like he's a hockey fan. He's a Leafs fan. So as a Leafs fan, as a hockey fan, I'm sure he grows a playoff beard with his team once they do make the playoffs. And if you think back to 2011, that was the paint scheme that Tony Stewart took to 5 victories in the playoffs and called his shot and won at Homestead to win his 3rd final championship. So maybe he's got the same sort of, what's the word I'm looking for to it? Oh man, this is a really bad time for me to blank on it. He's superstitious of it. So maybe that car is a superstition for him.
As far as winners, Joker's gonna block the Heredity God right there because he knows how good Heredity God is gonna be. But yet, the question is, who's going to be joining the list of amazing drivers that have won at this beautiful racetrack? Oh, here comes the Heredity God, and yet thought he was going to make a pass. But yet, you look at amazing drivers. I mean, even road course specialists like Marcus Ambrose or AJ Allmendinger, who got a chance to get wins here. Who could be the underdog, getting themselves a win? But yet, right now, it is the 2 men who's been at the top of the standings from the start from the race 1 of the season to right now, and yet just seeing the Heredity God's not going to give Joker any patience at all to be able to make a move on him whatsoever.
No, they're both there to win a race. They've made their way through, but this is a statement. Who can outduel each other, and you're seeing it play out here.
And it'd be really cool for the Heredity God to get a chance to call a shot from last Thursday. Said that he was going to win this race, and yet he would actually get a chance to do it. And really good bus stop by both drivers. And we have a caution, I believe. Oh, never mind. I thought they were slowing down, but no.
No, it looks like they're still up to speed.
Yeah, still up to speed. Yeah, and also another thing, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh wait, Brody stopped on the track.
Well,
I think he might have missed the bus stop.
Oh no, and he would have had a road course penalty, so that's something that Brody does not need. Let's go ahead and get back up to the lead. The battle between 2 dominant drivers, and the Heredity God representing SHR, and of course Joker representing Team Hendrick.
Oh, Dylan looks like he's wrecked coming into the final turn too.
Let's go ahead.
I'm not sure if it's a lag. Yeah, he looks like he's got the hood crinkled on that thing.
Oh man. Well, that's something that he does not need. But as long as Trout does not get a win, then yet Dylan should be okay for the most part as far as points wise.
Yeah, Dylan's showing up here. I think that goes a long way to lock himself in. I think there is only, let's see here, 12 drivers. So I think for Dylan to miss it, he'd have to finish 10th or lower. Meanwhile, Trout would have to finish winning each stage and possibly even the race to make up the deficit.
See how Joker does right here. Can he be able to make a move? And he's still doing really good at this point. The field's getting spread out here, and yet you see Riley. There's Brody, but yet he needs to be able to knock him back up after potentially that road course penalty. And here's a battle between two drivers. One needs to get himself a win, and one for him to just stay where he is and get himself some of those points, and he'll be locked into the next round going into Homestead this coming Thursday night, 7:20 Eastern for the Xfinity Series.
I think they're coming to 2 to go here. So I think Joker may just be laying back a little bit, trying to set up Heredia, but it's going to be difficult to make any sort of move on Heredia without really overdriving a corner unless Heredia makes a mistake, and I don't see him doing that.
No, and by the way, I do want to point this out that Dylan is currently at the pits at the moment, so that he's gonna get a lap down.
Yeah, he's going to go a lap down, but that's a really smart move on Dylan's part because he pits with 3 to go, officially 3 to go in the stage. The leaders had not come by with 2 to go, so he's going to get to be able to fix his damage here, go a lap down. He's going to get the lucky dog, so he's going to start at the tail end of the field anyway. But he'll get back on the lead lap. He, just taking the opportunity to fix his vehicle. It's a long lap here around Watkins Glen.
Couldn't agree with you more. So yet, as Jericho's slowly approaching up to the Heredia God, you got to be thinking about what's going through Heredia's mind. And even though he moved on to the playoffs, a win is a win. I mean, at least you can just add another road course win to his list, especially with how good and as young as he is. He's got more knowledge than any other young kid I've ever met. So he's really, really good here, especially other.
Here comes Joker looking off the corner. Oh!
Joker spins around. He hit the outside wall and he spins around, and here comes his teammate and Riley taking the second place spot away from Joker.
Think lucky for Joker that he'll just fall back to, I think, third there. He's got a lot of damage, and it's gonna affect the way he starts stage 2, but he'll be back up there battling with Heredia.
Man, it's Heredia God is just taking his time, and Longbar says that planter scheme just looks like a winner. That was said in the comments. So could be, but yet let's see how he does coming stage 2. I think this might be the final lap of stage 1. Going through the final turn, and yet stage 1 winner is going to belong to the honey bun Pepsi drinking man himself, the Heredia God. Good stage win right there.
Smooth and silky.
And I love that. I love that Heredia God's definitely got some respect. He's always got respect for his fellow peers. And he asked Joker if he was all right, and Joker mentioned that he got loose. Stage 1 winner belongs to Heredia God, and then top it off looks to be Riley, then Joker, and I believe you see Trout and Jack rounding out the top 5.
Yep, to finish off that top 10, you got Nopes, Sad Sack, Mike G, Fire Slayer, Drunk, Brody, and then Dylan. As I mentioned, a lap down. Is going to get the lucky dog here, get his lap back. It looks like he's also going to pit again, too. You're already starting at the back of the field, so no harm, no foul in doing so.
I couldn't agree with you more, but the question is how much time is Jerk going to lose? Knowing full well he's got a little bit of damage, which might last maybe potentially 2 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he's going to start further back than 6th. What is that, 6th? 8th? I think that's 8th.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
green flag.
Still a shorter field.
Green flag's back in the air. A good turn 1 for Riley. Cutting across, but here comes the 18.
Oh, boy. Wow, he really sent it through that Armco.
Yeah, he did. Let's go ahead and ride along with the 18. Go through his front hood cam. We'll ride with him through the bus stop. See how it goes for him.
Ooh, Joker with a power move around Nobes there in the bus stop.
And here comes Joker right behind the 18.
He's taking it all the way wide.
Yeah, he is. If I was Trout, I would get a chance to block Joker as much as you can, but yet Joker is an aggressive driver. He will use his bumper to move you out of the way to be able to get up to the front. And he about did it. About clipped his right rear.
He cut Trout there, a break there. He could have gone through Trout's rear end, but he decided not to. He's definitely cognizant of the front end damage that he probably already has from hitting Nobes, so he doesn't want to tighten that car up anymore.
Alright, I do have a question from Eric Jones, 43 fan himself, and he's asking me where is Dylan. Dylan is currently it looks like he's all the way in last, I believe.
No, I don't think he's in last. I think Dylan's last in the pack. I think something happened to Drunk off camera. I can't really tell what that was, but looks like Drunk is shotgun on the field right now. So I think Dylan may be in 11th.
Very, very good call right there. And yeah, he's good. He's going through he's trying to pass the 38. But now his next target is the 22. But the question is, can the 38 bump to 6? Right here.
Remember, they're teammates.
That is true. You would think that the 38 knows the Dylan situation and let him go by, but yet he's just running his race. He's got nothing to lose here.
So Dylan didn't get any stage points there, and Trout finished 4th.
Yes.
I believe. So Trout moves up on Dylan by 7 points. So as of right now, the way they run, Trout is... Math was not my strong suit in school. Trout is 31 behind. So there's still a long ways to go.
And the thing is, Trout needs to get himself a win here, but it's going to be possible to do that whenever you have one of the best in the field at road courses in the Heredity God. He is gone from Riley and gone away from Joker as well. Currently, it looks like to be your top 5 is the Heredity God, Riley, Joker, I believe. Let's go ahead and follow along with Joker. See, maybe, I think it might be, yeah.
There's a battle, battle for 4th going on between Captain Jack and Nobes right now.
Trout needs to be able to get himself back in there. We saw him battling with the 88, and ooh, man, they're getting a little bit squirrely. Man, right along with the,
Nobes got the wall. That's going to give Trout a spot.
Yeah, I was right along with the 18, right from his hood cam. I don't know if he pinched the 14 down just to be able to make that move. And Nobes is losing some spots. He just lost a spot to Brody right there.
Yeah, he looks like he's loose through the bus stop. He was just on a 4-wheel drift.
Here comes Fire Slayer. Could he be able to make a move as well for himself? See what he can do.
It looks like Fire got the inside wall. He's going to lose a little bit of time.
Nobes should remain clear if he can be able to catch up to 42 in this battle right here for I believe 5th. Oh, Brody overshoots the turn, but yeah, he still holds his position.
What happened to Ubi?
Wait,
Ubi looks like he was off the pace.
I have no idea. Wow, he's got a lot of damage there. He's definitely got some damage up on that hood. I'd like to know what really happened to him. Whoa.
I don't know if that was a game glitch. 18 and the 14 are going at it, but the 48 just smacked the that jut out wall entering the bus stop.
Well, just remember what happened with these two going through the S's, and it looked like Ubi hit Fire Slayer.
Okay.
Oh, there could be a
Perplexed
wreck.
by that.
There could be a wreck right here. I wouldn't be surprised. The 22 is currently in potentially give himself a DNF. That
Yeah, it looks like the 22 is. I don't know if that's on pit road to pit, or if that's
or
pit. Yeah, he looks like
so
he's.
38 hitting the inside wall. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, you're good.
We're definitely seeing some drivers not giving or taking. So yet the battle between the 18 and the 14 has gotten this really interesting.
Yeah, this seems like the hottest battle on track right now between these two guys.
I couldn't agree
I
with you
mean,
more.
yeah, we're in the same position that we were in with the Xfinity race, where there's a guy in Trout that is, he needs to win his way into the next round, and somebody like Nobes, who, unless there is a winner, is clear into the next round. But he's not safe. If there is a winner, Nobes could be on the cut line. So there is something for both of these guys to battle for. So this is going to be one that you're going to have to continue to watch throughout this race.
Definitely couldn't agree with you more here. But let's go ahead and get back up to our leader and the Heredia God, and he is all by his lonesome. I don't think he's got to worry about using much of his wear and tear on his tires or fuel, knowing how far Joker's right behind him.
Yeah, he's got a pretty safe gap there between him and Joker. Just got to run smooth laps, and if there's one person that's going to run smooth laps, it's Heredia.
I definitely agree. Coming to the closing laps of stage 2, I believe, and the Heredia guy's just enjoying it. I mean, he's got one hand on the steering wheel, one hand on the honey bun, just eating it. Not a worry in sight right now. He's just enjoying this lead. For those of you who are just now joining us, let's go ahead and give you a quick race recap. Stage 1 winner belonged to the Heredia God, and we're definitely seeing the 48 get involved with a battle where he is crunched up like a candy bar. And the hottest battle we've seen so far has been the 18 and 14 in this stage.
Yeah, unless anything happens here towards the end of the stage, I think you got a pretty decent amount of separation between each driver. We're just coming down, and everybody's looking for the end of stage 2, make some additional adjustments, maybe get themselves back into it. As the 6 takes it a little bit wide, coming through the bus stop there.
Oh, Firefly spins out.
Yep.
Oh, he's got some damage. Whatever these drivers are doing to loosen up their cars, some are working, but some are currently not working at the moment.
Now, you got to drive this track hard every corner. It's a really fast track, so momentum is really key here. It's not like one of those technical, slower road courses like, say, Sonoma or even the Roval, for example. You slow down. Oh, as the 38 just took the 6 out.
No way.
Yeah, it looks like the 38 gave the spots back, but yeah, he cost the 6 of 2 or 3 positions there on track.
Another interesting team meeting going on right there at that Roush crew from what we saw earlier between the 4 and the 15. Now the 3 is battling with the 6, and yet they've got to be careful at the moment. We have right along with Fire Slayer. Oh,
still seeing them. Oh, yep. Ubi again. I think he may have gotten back to the gas a little too soon.
He got really loose coming off that turn.
Oh. Yeah, he's lucky what he didn't hit was that tire barrier there, because that sticks out, and if he would have hit that, that would have been no bueno.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. That's definitely where we're seeing most of the action. If you watch the Cup races And
Hmm.
this six is currently slowing down. I think everybody's slowing
That's
down.
the end of the stage.
Stage two winner belongs to the Heredia God himself. So yet your top three is Heredia God, always Joker, Captain Jack, and following along right behind him, it looks to be B Brody and A Trout.
Yep. So this confirms here. So Trout's going to get 6 bonus points, or yeah, he's going to get 6 stage points. So that's going to put him in a must-win situation here with Resistance and with Tiger out. We already know that those two are not going to advance. So something's going to have to happen up front because Trout's unfortunately not going to make it in on points.
Trout's gonna have to have some sort of magic work right now.
Oh, the third. What is up with the
Oh, what
38?
is going on? Wow.
He didn't pit.
That that is something I really keep my eyes on.
He didn't pit, and I'm not sure if he signaled to the rest of the field.
I don't know, but that's gonna make a lot of drivers angry at him at this point. Here comes Joker. He's currently coming up on his teammate and Captain Jack 9. And the Heredia God, man, what can you say? The lead from him has been unstoppable.
Yeah, well, when somebody drives in NASCAR like Lewis Hamilton drives in Formula One, you're gonna have to be perfect to beat him, and he's gonna need to make a mistake for you to beat him.
Oh, here
Oh,
comes Joker
that
with the.
that didn't. That was not intentional. I highly doubt that was intentional. I think that was just somebody hitting, getting in and downshifting a little off his normal.
Yeah, I definitely couldn't agree with you more right now. But yeah, you see Joker, he's currently having. He, I don't think it was intentional for him to bump the 9, but yet, either way, if Joker can be able to get up to the Heredia God, then yet maybe potentially a 1-2-3 finish for Hendrick is what they're looking for. But yet, if only they can be able to get themselves a caution, or if Joker can be able to get a chance to get up to the Heredia God.
Now Joker does have a little bit of damage on that left front headlight. Fire on the restart there to start stage 3. So will Joker fix the damage to try to give himself a better chance to beat Heredia? How will the pit stops play out? Because you know you're going to have to stop at least one time, maybe even twice in this final stage.
That's always a really big question, but yet Jack is slowly approaching up to Joker's bumper. The question is, what can they do at this point?
You got a question too with the damage. Is Joker overusing his tires too early in the run? Because Jack has not been able to stay with him throughout this race until this point.
Well, we'll see how it goes whenever they go green flag pit stops, because I think at this stage they should be able to pit here later on.
I think Jack's going to go to the inside here. I think Joker might give him the space. And he does. Oh, Jack went way too wide. Oh, he lost it. He got back to the gas too soon and whipped it around.
Ouch. Look at the damage on that car. Oh, man.
That's a shame. He just lost all that track position.
Plus, top that off, he was running really good, running up the top 5 throughout the whole race until this incident happened. Oh, the 40-14 about gave the 3 a little bump, but I don't think it was intentional.
No, I think both of them guys just ran way too wide off of turn 1. So I think that was just kind of, he didn't know he was there.
Just gotta keep an eye on things, see where it goes from here. Meanwhile, your top three at the moment is the Hurdy God, Joker, and Riley, and yet we'll see how fast the pit stops will be coming to the green flag stops here eventually.
Yeah. Oh, 3 car just got the wall coming off of the final turn. Let the 14 back by him. All right, so I'm not sure how many laps we have left in the race. But again, I think that you might have to stop twice. I think stage 3 was over 24 laps. I think it was 24 laps or so to start. So, give or take, you're either going to have to save a hell of a lot of fuel, or hope to God that you can catch somebody who is on a one-stop strategy if you are indeed on a two-stop strategy.
Definitely agree with you for sure. Let's go ahead and get back up to our leader and the Hurdy God, the Honey Bun Man himself. Looking really strong throughout these runs that he's been having.
He has, and again, it really comes down to the fact that Heredia is just so smooth through these corners here. His road racing experience really starts to shine, especially within this group, and he's the class of the field at a lot of the places that we go. But for whatever reason, he just has these tracks circled and pinned that he knows that he's got extreme confidence in, and again, he's showing it today.
Definitely couldn't agree with you more. Um, I know some people are really curious about Dylan's situation. Oh, Captain Jack is currently in the pit road right now. Just made it to the pits. And that's going to put him a lap down. And it will.
He's pitting to fix that damage. Excuse me, Captain Jack is definitely one of those guys that's going to be on a two-stop strategy here, because I think that you can go another 4, 5, or 6 laps on a tank of fuel.
I think so. Just see how it goes from here. But yeah, we'll go ahead and keep an eye on old Dylan and his situation. And let's go ahead and go to A Trout and his spot. Now, you got to be thinking about going through Dylan's mind is that as long as Trout doesn't win, Dylan looks to be really okay for him to move on to the next round.
Mm-hmm. Well, the best thing for Dylan was that he started this race, so he's going to receive points regardless of where he finishes. So no matter where he finishes, because Trout is not leading and not a threat right now to knock him out of the playoffs, Dylan's sitting pretty, because the 2 drivers between him and Trout aren't racing. So it really comes down to if Dylan just finishes, really.
That's definitely for certain. We're definitely seeing the 38. He's currently in the pits right now. And go ahead and get back up to the Hurdy God up in himself. The gap between the Hurdy God and Joker is, it looks to be the Hurdy God is gone at the moment. And you got to think about what are his chances for him to come down to the pits. We'll end up seeing it. We'll get to that here in a few.
think we're also starting to see a clear split between the guys who are actively trying to save and guys who are going to just run out as hard as you can. There's a pretty sizable gap back to third place, and I think, I might be mistaken, but I think Riley may be trying to make this on one stop as well.
We'll see how it goes. The question is, when will all three drivers go into pit road, and what couldn't they do to be able to save if that's the case?
See, I don't know how much you really can save at a place like this because it's so high speed. It's difficult to save and stay where you're at on track, on pace with the leader. I mean, let's be honest here. You're not going to stay completely on pace with Joker or Heredia. They've shown that they are far and away the class, but to win this race, you're going to have to outsmart them on fuel strategy. So, will you be able to go an extra lap or two? Because I think you're going to need to go 2 extra laps, and that's going to be really difficult to do.
Alright, that's for sure. That's definitely for sure in this case of the situation. And we'll definitely get to that here in a few. But let's go ahead and check on the back of the pack, where we see Brody, Captain Jack, and there's been a battle between the 18, the 3, and the 41. And you just gotta wonder, does Trout have enough time to be able to get up there if we stay green? But if we stay green, it's not looking like it in his case.
Yeah, he's going to have to get past these guys, and he's going to have to get his way up to Brody and Dylan to really have a shot. And I think that's about a 6 to 7 second gap at this point. Just looking at the distance between Brody and Fire Slayer, there's a pretty sizable gap there. So I don't think that Trout can save and make up all those positions at the same time. So he's gonna need a caution to reset the field.
Yeah, I definitely do agree. Well, let's go ahead and get back up to our leader at the moment. There you see Dylan. I know his brother and Eric Jones, 43 fan, is keeping an eye on his brother, see what he'll be able to do. He's currently ahead of Brody at the moment, so if he just keeps going with the run that he's doing, he shouldn't have a problem.
Nope. At this point, you just log laps. If you're Dylan, you're logging laps.
Exactly. Looks like I thought the Heredia guy was going to slow down, but yeah, he's still staying out there. I think I think the 38 have a DNF as well, so he's out of the race.
We got 10 cars left on the track now. So I think that can settle it. I think that Trout is going to be eliminated unless he wins. So stay tuned, because that's still a possibility. It's still on the table. We never know what's going to happen in these races.
We haven't had a caution besides the stages, so yet something could happen. Oh yeah, the 18's around. The 18.
Oh no.
The 18 and the 9, and they're still going. I definitely want to keep an eye on these two here, because I don't know what went down, but all I know is I saw the 18 turn around. The 18's got a lot of damage, and that just gives the 9 more damage to what it should. So.
Oh! It looks like the 9 just gave the "hello, I'm here" to the 18 going into the bus stop.
And meanwhile, the leaders are now going to the pits at this time. Jack.
I think everybody has to come now.
Yeah. Unless you're Jack, and yeah, if the damage is not that bad, then you should be able to stay out to get your lap back. Yeah, Drunkfest is in. Everyone's
18 stays
excited.
out.
18. Wow. That's gonna new leader.
He's got to try something.
That's
Yeah, but look who comes out right behind him. It's going to take Heredia like 3 or 4 turns to catch him.
I probably won't even take him much, honestly.
He's going to get him by the carousel. He is flying.
My gosh, look at how fast Ray is going. He is already there. And yet, for the battle for the lead, it looks to be Trout. But yeah, he's trying to get underneath Heredia, and Heredia is just going to set sail and go get himself another road course win to his spectacular amount of wins that he's had throughout the season.
Yeah, not for nothing, but Joker definitely closed in on... Ooh, that got close. Watch the traffic coming down.
Yeah,
as I was saying, not for nothing, but Joker definitely gained on Heredia through that cycle of pit stops.
and you got a tough break there for Trout. He was trying to hold it in, and then ended up setting out in that last turn. Now the gap might be pretty big for the Heredia, but yet one mistake and Jordan can be right up there.
And they are clearly separated from Riley in third. They've got about it looks like a country mile at this rate.
We'll definitely have to
Got a battle here for fourth. Brody looks like he just took it right from Nobes.
Oh, and Nobes is the wall.
Oh man.
And here comes Dylan. Beautiful move on the inside, on the outside.
Yeah, it looks like Brody went way too wide and got off camber there.
Really good move right there from Dylan, and Brody's gonna hit that. But yet the question is, can he be able to make approach to the 6? He's right up there. These two are not only great drivers but great friends because they have the amount of respect for one another.
Yeah, Brody takes that clean again. That's for fourth there.
That's definitely fun to see, but yet that's currently the only battle that we're seeing right now. But yet, look how Joker's getting really close to the Heredia God. If Trout can be able to pull some sort of way to block the Heredia God, then yet Joker will be right up to the Heredia God's bumper.
There's an interesting thing here too. They're coming to 8 to go, and looking at Nobe's stream, 8 to go. It looks like I think they all pit on the same lap. So unless they can't save, they should be good. Heredia has definitely been saving since the start of this, so I think that he may be able to make it towards the end, but if he's not able to make it towards the end and runs out of gas, that opens the door for the 18 because the 18 came a lap later. So if these guys are questionable, the only one that is safe on fuel is Trout.
This is what we're seeing right now. This is all on the line.
But you got to give credit to Trout, though. He knew how he had to play the final stage to give himself a chance, and pitting an extra lap later is what he was going to need to do. So, you got to give credit to him because he knows that Heredia is going to be extremely tough.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Looks like the Heredia guys get ready to approach some lap traffic. And my mistake, I thought it was A-Trout, but it's Captain Jack that he's about to approach to.
And that's Joker's teammate. Does Captain Jack just move over for him, let the leader pass, or does he give him a tough time maybe give Joker the opportunity to close in a little bit.
I mean, Joker is right there. He ain't that far away from the Heredia God, but we'll see what Jack does and what decision does he make. If I was Heredia God, I would not make any mistakes. 0 mistakes whatsoever.
He's still got a little bit way to catch him, but I think that Jack has fixed his damage up because he's not just getting blown away. Oh, there he goes.
Oh, but yeah,
Whoa, that was close.
that was
I'm
really
not even
close.
sure where you would be able to signal on a road course, but that was as close as they come.
I thought Jack was going to turn straight right on the Heredia God, but he was coming down to fix that amount of damage. So yeah, what it looks to be, I think 10 cars on the track, but yet 9 cars, maybe 8 cars on the lead lap. As we're approaching to the ending laps of this race with your Weir, the Heredia God, who's won both stages, and Joker, who's been giving him a run for his money, had a really awesome battle to end stage 1, but it's just all been the Heredia Gods. And to top that off, I believe we also see Riley in the 48 still in P3 as well.
Yeah, Riley's held station in third. He's got a pretty good separation between him and Brody. The entire length of the backstretch it looks like there.
I believe so, but yet I believe should be maybe going to 5 to go maybe around this time. Ooh, trying to push the grass.
We'll confirm as soon as Nobes gets to the line.
Let's go ahead and get to Nobes at the moment. As he's still right there, right behind his 4 teammate and the 6 of O. Dillon. Alrighty.
Yep, 5 to go, confirmed.
5 to go, and yet 5 to go for the honey bun man himself. He's trying to get himself. But
He's so far ahead, he's already coming to 4.
oh, the speed he has is unreal.
And he just doesn't make a mistake.
The question is, what can Trout do? Can Trout play a part? And the Heredia God, if Trout can hold him down, then Joker would be right up there. But
I'm not even sure that if the 10 runs out of gas, that the 18 is close enough to capitalize on that. Because God only knows who's saving behind Joker. I mean, if Ubi's saving, if Brody's saving, they could all have, a shot at upsetting Heredia. And if they do, then as Trout goes a lap down, Trout is unfortunately going to see his time in the playoffs come to an end early.
what a tough year what it has been for him. From last season to get a chance to move on to the Final Four, to being one of the 3 drivers that will be eliminated, along with LTX Resistance and Tiger NASCAR. And we will definitely announce who will be going to the next round of 8 that will begin this Thursday night at Homestead, followed by what shall be a fun race to call in Talladega, and of course, save the best for last at Bristol. And yet, we're here at 3 to go now. Heredia God, man, he's just enjoying himself, and even though it hasn't been as much intense, it's definitely been something to watch to see the dominance of the Heredia God as well as Joker as well.
Yeah, again, I mean, we've mentioned it time and time again. These two are absolutely the class of the field when it comes to road courses. Heredia was not very happy with the result that he got at the Roval. He decides he's going to call his shot. Now, Again, like I said at the beginning of the broadcast, Babe Ruth once called his shot over center field, and it's not that far off for Heredia to call his shot, say he was going to win this race. Now, he's just about led every lap, too. So, you know, not too sure if in that cycle of pit stops that Trout officially led a lap or if Heredia passed the start finish line before Trout got by him. But we could be looking at a clean sweep and leading every lap too, wire to wire.
That is very, very true. Oh, yeah, as I said that, he hits the grass for the bus stops. And we'll be approaching the white flag around this time by. So yet, man, I think the Ready Gods have, what, 9, maybe 10 wins this year in the season?
Yeah, he's up there. I'm not 100% sure the amount that he has.
He currently has 6.
One moment. He's coming to what would be his 7th right here. I
Yep.
think the only one that has more than him is Joker, and Joker's got 8.
That is very, very correct. And yet, white flag is in the air for the Hurricane God, sponsored by nothing. But nevertheless, the Hurricane God is on the white flag. So yet, next, no matter what flag it is, the caution, next flag ends the race. So if I was a Hurricane God, I would just enjoy his run, just enjoy what he's doing.
Yeah, he has enough. He had enough of a lead that he could have probably blown through the bus stop and still won. Bus stop that is on the track because of the unfortunate tragic loss of J.D. McDuffie back in the early 90s. Good to mention right here at the end of it, the Watkins Glen's only changed configuration twice, and both of them have been for tragic losses, one in the 70s, and more on that later if anybody wants to. They can get me in the chat, but here he comes off of the final turn.
Off the final turn, he is going to the front stretch. That representing SHR, the Hurricane God, is going to win the race at Watkins Glen as they go bowling at the Glen. What a race. What a finish it was for Hurricane God. Wow.
We got ourselves a race for 3rd here. It looks like Dylan's caught Ubi. Final turn for them.
Let's go ahead and keep an eye on this. And
That looks. Yep. Ubi for 3rd.
Ubi with and then the Hurricane God is getting muted for a minute in the chat. So what looks to be your top 3, which we will interview. It will be the Hurricane God, Joker, and Riley. Alrighty, let's go ahead. I'm gonna try to get let's go ahead and add the Honey Bun Man to himself while we let's go ahead and get Joker in there. We got Joker. Let's go ahead and get the Ready God up in here. Apparently I don't know if I have a Ready God as a friend, but I hope I do. Alright, alright, please do. Alright.
All right.
Dylan
There
said,
he is.
alrighty. We have the Honey Bun Man himself. uh, wow.
You can tell that there's a clear difference between the end of the Xfinity race and the end of the Cup race.
Oh yeah, a huge difference. Meaning one finished with a lot of fun, a lot of happiness, while the other one just finished with a lot of drama.
All right.
Uh,
So invite has gone out to Heredia. Invite is going to go out to Joker and to
Riley.
Ubi as well. So one moment and I'll get Joker and Ubi in here.
Alrighty, but while we do that, let's talk to the honey bun man himself. What's up, Heredia? Heredia.
Speechless.
I know. Dominated the race.
Wait, hello, hello, hello.
There he
Hello.
is.
There's
There,
our.
my mic was just like weird. I don't know what just happened, but alright, hello, yeah, I can hear you now.
What's up, Heredia? Congratulations on what was a dominant win, my friend. What an awesome race it was for you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I told Joker I was gonna get this one in the bag, you know what I mean?
I was about to say, last Thursday night in our post race show at Iowa, you called your shots and you definitely did it. You definitely won what was a really good race for Watkins Glen. So just, I mean, I already know how good you are, but I'm gonna head and ask you anyways. I mean, how do you always do it at these road courses, man? I mean, like, I don't see how for someone who as young as you are can be so amazing at road courses. So, take us through what was going through your final mind at the race.
On last couple of laps, I seen Joker just kept getting farther because he's making mistakes. So yeah, I was just, you know, the pressure just kept getting less and less. You know, just taking it easy, and made Joker try to push me and make him make mistakes. You know, that was
Yeah,
it.
definitely, definitely. And we definitely want to welcome to the booth and who finishes second, Joker. Joker, how you doing tonight, my brother?
Good.
Alrighty. We want to ask you. I'm gonna ask you a couple of questions. First off, what went down between you and the Heredia God at the end of stage one, where did you just get loose and then hit the wall, or did y'all two make contact?
Just got loose. All and stuff.
Alrighty. And take us through what was going through your mind throughout the whole race. I mean, you had the chance to be able to catch up to Heredia God, but yet was you hoping that your teammate in the nine of Captain Jack would get a chance to hold him off just for you to be able to get up there?
I definitely didn't ask him to hold him off. Definitely didn't do that. But I mean, I could keep up with him. I was able to keep up with him in the first stage, but you have to be perfect when you're running against him. And I was able to keep up with him some laps, but you know, still the mistakes at the end of the day costed me.
Alrighty.
Hello.
And we want to welcome back to the broadcast booth. What's up, Brody? How you doing?
Feeling good. Snuck my way into a third place.
Wait, you did?
Yeah.
Wait, I thought.
I,
Wait, okay.
wait, what?
I swore Riley finished third.
I
Yeah.
wrecked.
He was
Oh,
two
you did.
seconds
Okay.
ahead of me.
We thought that you and Dylan were battling for third place. I was like, okay, but we didn't know about that part. But hey, congratulations, Brody. uh,
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Not a problem. Just wanted to get a chance to ask you. We've seen you get into a lot of battles in this race. So yeah, take us through what's going through your mind when it comes to battling with Nodes. Get a chance to battling with your teammate in Fire Slayer, and get a chance to just try to hold on to as much as you can to come home with the third place finish.
Yeah, you know, in the first stage, I think I spun around a couple times, and after that, it was smooth sailing, and I just had to work back up through the field. And I think I saved a little too much at the beginning of the run on stage 3, and it put me just so far behind, and I can't run the lap times that Heredia and Joker can run.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Daltor, you have any questions for our top three tonight, man?
Yeah, Joker, what could you have done differently to catch Heredia?
Not make mistakes. This is really it.
Uh,
I just don't understand how you get a 105.9. That's insane, Heredia.
It's just called luck.
Fair enough.
A little bit of skill in there too, I would assume. So
Maybe, I don't know.
give yourself a bit of credit.
Heredia, are you still using that modded controller that we've been telling you about?
It's a golly one, but not modded.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So yeah, this now's the time of the broadcast where we get a chance to ask our drivers, their thoughts and what their plans are for Homestead this Thursday. So Brody, I'm gonna start off with you. Give us your final thoughts and tell us how you feel about Homestead this coming Thursday.
I won it earlier in the season, and it's always been a great track for me. I've always had great speed at it, and usually, whenever it comes down to fuel mileage, it favors me. So I'm feeling very confident going into Homestead.
Alrighty, fair enough. Joker, how about you, buddy? Your final thoughts on the night and what can you do for Homestead into the next round?
We'll see when we get there.
Alrighty, alrighty. Actions speak louder than words, he says. I like that. Alrighty, and of course, to end it off with the honey bun man himself, Freddie God, your final thoughts and what can you do for Homestead this coming Thursday?
Ubi is here too.
Of course, we'll definitely ask Ubi. Ubi, how about you, bud? What can you do for Homestead this coming Thursday?
I just need to practice a little bit, but I know I'll be fine there. It's an easy track for me.
Alrighty, and what about you, Freddie?
Oh, just get enough points, and then be safe for the last race, and I'll be fine.
Alrighty. So yeah, I think we can be able to get a chance to confirm those who are going to be going to the round of 8. And yeah, let me go ahead and pull it up here. With that being said, so it looks like to be the Heredia God, Always Joker, Riley, and of course we can't forget about B Brody that'll be moving on, Drunk Fest, Nobes, and yet rounding out the round of 8 looks to be O Dylan. That is going to be your 8 drivers that will be competing in the round of 8, which is Homestead, Talladega, and Bristol. And the first 3 that are out of the playoffs it is A Trout, LTX Resistance, and Tiger NASCAR. Gentlemen, I want to thank you guys for joining us up in the booth tonight. And yes, Dalator, what a night it has been for both races. For McCard to win the Xfinity race and for the Ready God to win the Cup race, man. Dalator?
All good. Yep. Great night of racing. We've had 2 good runs from Heredia, absolutely flawless, and then McCard coming in and stealing one away from Sharp, who was the class of the field there. So can't wait to get over to Homestead and see what these guys are going to do in both series.
I can't wait to see how the drama's gonna go unfold come Homestead after what we witnessed tonight in the Xfinity series. So that's something that we definitely need to keep our eyes on. But yet, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our night, our doubleheader night here at the Hennessy Race Series. Then for our Xfinity Series, McCard won, and of course in the Cup Series, the Heredia God won. Be sure to tune in Wednesday night for our truck finale of round 1. And the truck series, they'll be going to Watkins Glen. But yet for the Xfinity Series and the Cup Series, they'll be racing at Homestead, 7:20 Eastern Time, Thursday night. Make sure to click the subscribe button, click that notification bell so you won't miss any racing, and please join us for Wednesday night for the Truck Series. For Dalator, for B Brody, for many others, including myself, saying so long, and we'll see you guys Thursday night at Homestead.